Hi guys, welcome back on board of the Crypto Cruiser. It's me Chris, and today we're going to talk about Cardano, or also known as ADA. We're going to talk some chart analysis, ADA compared to the dollar, ADA compared to the Bitcoin chart. Of course, we're going to talk some fundamentals, what ADA is all about, what makes it unique, what Cardano is all about. We're going to talk some traditional markets, S&P 500, and of course, we're going to talk about the godfather of all coins, which is, we all know, Bitcoin. So let's get started, guys. Let's just start with the Bitcoin chart. And I've told you there's a little bit of a change of prediction. I've told you initially that potentially we go and test price of around 96, 97,000, and then potentially we'll come back and test this previous resistance line that acted as resistance in April and November of 2021, its previous all-time high, at price of around 64,000 and then 69,000. And then we had another test this year in March of 2024, testing price of around 73,000. And that's potentially what I thought. But now I think we're going to go above 100,000 potentially, maybe the weekend or next week. We're going to test price of around 109,000, and then we're going to go and correct and test price of around 82, between 82, 82,000. There's gonna be quite a big correction, but nevertheless just a correction, and then we're gonna have the continuation of the trend on the upside. I mean, since I launched my channel, I've been nothing but right, guys. From price of around 70,000 here, end of July, beginning of August, I've told you we're gonna drop to prices below 60,000, and then there's gonna be a final wash off to shake off all the weekends and test prices below 50,000. That's exactly what happened. We went 49,000, and then I told you I anticipate a huge bounce. How did I know that? Because S&P 500, the traditional markets such as Nasdaq, S&P 500, Dow Jones Industrial, they're very much correlated with the crypto markets. So S&P 500 was already correcting, and while all these big YouTubers were calling for a bear market, I've told you this is just going to be a correction, ABC, regular, 10% on the downside, and I anticipate a V-shaped recovery. I mean, if you can trust me, if you don't trust me, guys, you can turn back some of my videos. Everything has been documented. Clearly it's there. I think my very first video was V-shaped recovery, and that's exactly what happened. So we tested prices of around 5,650. It's almost at its previous all-time high, and I've told you we're gonna come back. We test this previous resistance line, acted twice as resistance. We come back, we turn it into support, and then we're gonna have the continuation of the trend on the upside and potentially hit price of around 6,000. And that's exactly what we had. Once we hit 6,000, perhaps we're gonna have a pullback to this previous local top at price of around 5,850, and anticipate a bounce and testing prices of above 6,120. In the process, we actually formed a reverse head and shoulders, which measure from the head to the bottom. The price target should be above 6,250, and potentially we can go and test prices of this. We can test this resistance line and test price of above 6,600. I mean, that's in the charts. I'm not just making them. This is not wishful thinking. Everything has been playing out so far so good. Especially here, I mean, as far as I remember, I didn't have my channel. Of course, I didn't launch my channel at that time. But the period between end of July and end of October 2023, we had a huge downside momentum, over 70% on the downside. But it was very beneficial for me, because the structure remained bullish, and I didn't panic, I didn't sell, and there was the continuation of the trend. While all these big YouTubers were calling for a bear market, we had a huge upside momentum. So basically, we're in a raging bull market, and I anticipate way higher prices. And since Bitcoin looks extremely bullish, the traditional markets looks bullish. I've told you, sooner than later, some of the altcoins will start outperforming Bitcoin. And guess what happened? Look at ADA, almost tripling in price. In couple of weeks, we triple in price. We were consolidating in prices of around 30 cents for like forever, and now we're almost at $1. We actually, yeah, we went above $1, and we're pretty much above $1, and that's exactly what I've told you, what I anticipate. um, we're gonna go to $1, maybe 110. So basically we take out this local top that we formed on 4th of March of 2024, price of around 80 cents. We clearly broke out of this resistance line that is massive. So basically we've tested it multiple times in April of 2019, here in May, in June of 2019. We had a little bit of um, consolidation here in January when the huge bull cycle happened. So this is something like what I'm anticipating for ADA to actually consolidate between these prices, between $1 for a few weeks, test it as a support because we clearly broke out of it. We turned it into support, and the next move is to actually go and take out this all-time high prices of around $3, potentially for few weeks, maybe few months, and then potentially we'll come and we test this resistance line. And a lot of people were telling me, well, you are just saying that we're going to $5. I mean, $5 is not that bad, guys. If we go to $5, I mean, I'll be happy. But what else is you have to understand that we had a test for this upper trend line in January of 2018. We had another test, the previous this all-time high, a price of around $3 on 30th September of 2021. Another test, right? And if we go and test it again, this is chart analysis one-on-one. If we test an upper trend more times, the likelihood of breaking out on the upside is bigger. There's a higher chance if we're testing it multiple times to actually break out on the upside. So that's what I was trying to tell you guys the previous time. So if we go to $5 and perhaps we go above this trend line, let's say to 520, 530, we'll come back, we test it as a support, and then we can have like a full price discovery. It can potentially double in price. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Of course, anything I say in this video, it is not a financial advice. It's for pure entertainment purposes. And before you do anything, do your diligence and make your own research. Make your own research, because this is not a financial advice. But let's just talk about some fundamentals, because you know what ADA is all about. ADA is a blockchain, and it has a huge ecosystem filled with a lot of decentralized applications like meme coins, decentralized exchanges, lending protocols. Um, I mean, it's a huge ecosystem formed with a lot of decentralized applications. Not only that, but Cardano has a huge fan base. A lot of people are subscribing to that network, and according to the Metcalfe law, that's what makes one chain truly unique and truly valuable is the people who want to actually join that network. What makes Cardano unique is one of the biggest blockchains to successfully use proof of stake consensus mechanism, which is less energy intensive than the proof of work algorithm relied upon by Bitcoin. Although the much larger Ethereum is going to be upgraded to proof of stake, this transition is only going to take place gradually. Again, guys, do your diligence and make your own research. So let's just look at the market capitalization chart and where we can potentially go. So at the time of recording this video, the market capitalization is around almost 35 billion, right? At $1. So in order for Cardano to reach, let's say, $10, that would be 350 around 350 billion market capitalization, because the total supply, the maximum supply of ADA is around 45 billion, but the circulating supply is 35 billion. So in order for ADA to reach $10, we need 350 billion. Is that a stretch? Potentially, but we have to look at the previous bull cycle. In 2021, ADA, of course, reached 100 billion market capitalization. Not only ADA, Dogecoin. And I mean, my personal opinion, of course, Cardano is more valuable than Dogecoin. And that was in 2021. So this bull cycle will be bigger than the previous one. So potentially 200, 300 billion market capitalization is not off the charts. again, that's not a financial advice. If we go and just touch this upper trend line to price of around $5, then the market capitalization should be, I think, around 175 billion um, market cap. Again, let's see how it's gonna play out. And if we look at the chart, ADA compared to the Bitcoin, you can clearly see this huge bounce. So we had just perfect bounce from this downward trend line, and if we measure that move, if we repeat that same cycle from 2017 and from the 2021, and if we repeat it here in end of 2024 and by 2025 measured, that will be prices at around 6x from here. um, Again, that's in that's in Bitcoin terms, so that can potentially be 10x, and the price right now for 180 is $1. So again, another confirmation that we can potentially go to $10. That's not a financial advice, guys. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for the support. I really appreciate all the lovely comments. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, please do it. It's for absolutely free. And if you want to get my crypto guidebook and my other book, The Art of Chart Analysis, filled with very useful information about this bull cycle, and of course how to become a sophisticated trader, over the 70 pages filled with very, very useful information of how to become a sophisticated trader, gain quite a lot of knowledge in my personal opinion. And with that subscription comes exclusive content with the most undervalued, underappreciated coins out there. Some of them 50, 100x potential. Once again, guys, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see each other later on. Goodbye.